So today we shall be attempting to make this junk journal. We made this on live stream yesterday and I promised to shoot a tutorial for it. And today this is our prototype. We're going to be correcting everything that is wrong with this journal. For instance, the sewing is a bit rough and I would love to do some decoration today and also build a bigger journal and even sturdier pages. We've got our brown papers cut down and I shall be using them as the signature covers for music notes. So I have that and we're going to stop as we've done with every other signature. And I have this one here, I don't know for the other. I have this for these ones. So my 4-ice paper here, some denim on the inside, brown packing paper, some music notes, and I think this set of signatures are done. Now we've got 7 sets of signatures and I think that looks fuller and better in our journal. Let's start too light so I don't trust its integrity. I'm going to go in with some cardboard to reinforce it. I'm just pretty much going to glue this down like that. Our cover is sturdy enough and this is what it looks like. It is time to go in with our fabric rather. We're going to add a lot of glue on this cover. Take your fabric. The fabric is straight enough, so place it. Now this is my cover. I'm going to turn it around and make sure it is central enough. So some of the glue is seeping through. And now we're going to let her dry again before we continue. As our journal cover is getting dried over there, let's quickly make some paper beads which we are going to use to decorate the spine of our junk journal. To cut these papers down into the same sizes, 3 centimeters each, so 3, 6, 9, 12. We're just going to take one of this if you have something like this, or bigger if you want, but I like the small one. So we're just going to take it, do that, and roll. First one done. And I'm just going to keep it aside to dry up. Take another piece of paper. You can put it on the table to make it easier for you, like that. And I like to go in with my glue even before I get till the end. More secured. So one of our beads, and we've got 2. I've let this dry under the sun for a bit. I'm going to go in with my double-sided tape and tape this side, okay? Take that off. I'm just going to cut the edges just to give us an easier. Add some more glue in between just to make sure everything is sticking down properly. I'm going to add some glue here as well. Okay, this edge. How easy is that? This bit inside as well. Now I've got this side. I'm going to turn this one inside like that. Turn this one nice and flat. That's our journal cover at the moment. I forgot to cover my spine. I'm going to do that now. This is wrong practice, but again, I made a mistake, so I have to correct my mistake. So push it in as much as possible, like sort of tuck it in so that this is overlapping this. So again, we want this to be on this, so yeah, we are getting closer to promised land. So I've measured this paper. Let's quickly cut it out, and we shall be using this to make our binding easier. Our spine. This is a bit shorter than this. I'm going to mark where I'm going to be joining from. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Mark. I'm going to draw out the lines so I can see where I'll be making my holes. This would make binding easier for me, and I'm going to demonstrate to you in a minute. Some of this on here, and it is time to make our holes. How exciting is that, guys? So I'll go in with my needle, okay, and this is going to be our first hole over here. Now it's out on the other place. Okay. Over here. So we've done that easier. This is to make sewing or binding easier. So you can order your punching tools on Temu, but I'm using or improvising using a giant needle for now. You can improvise if you've got strong hands, because trust me, it's not easy trying to do this with a needle. It's also dangerous, so you want to be careful the needle does not be the blunt side of the needle, but it can still do a lot of damage to your thumb. So and we'll set our cover aside, and let's deal with our signatures. I'll take one set of signatures like that. I'm going to open them up exactly how they will look like in my book, in my journal. I'm going to fold it into 2. So put it like that, middle, okay, come out in the other side, second hole rather. I'm going to do my 3rd hole, but I'm going to check the first one is still in place. So it's still in place like that. Hold down firmly before you take your needle out, or you can even leave that needle there, and I'm going to use this other needle to poke my 3rd hole over here. So we have that sets of signatures ready. I'm going to repeat the same process on these sets of signatures. One, I'll put a needle in place to hold that. Those sets of signatures are done already. This is our journal cover. It is all dried and sturdy, and we shall complete this bit when we're done sewing our signatures on. We are going to start stitching. Take your cover. We said this is the back, so we're going to start stitching from here. Now I have my sets of signatures. I already punched my hole, so we'll start sewing from the middle hole. So go in there with your needle, come out the other way. If you can see this, this is my first hole. Okay. And we're going to leave a little bit of rope here so we can tie when we are done, and so there's room for correction in case we have a mistake. So hold that rope with any of your fingers. I'm comfortable doing it with this, and turn it around. First hole over here, the first one on top. I've passed through the hard cover. Now I need to get into my sets of signatures like that. So now we're going to go back through this hole, the middle hole, right? So 1, and we're going to go into the third hole over here. So the third hole up here, I'll show you the inside. The third hole. Yeah. Remember the holes we already made earlier? Let's see what it looks like on the outside. I don't know if you can see it. That's our sewing, and that's the other holes. It's back in this hole. Come out here as well in the middle. I'm going back in that hole, this one, back in here, okay? This same hole up to the middle again. Our other paper bead there. Remember, that was our plan. And it comes out I'm securing my bead. Come out in the middle again, where it all started. I'm going to go out of this hole. Now we're going to pass our needle through this bead just to secure it. This is optional. You can do your binding without the bead. I just decided to add some drama to this journal. And now it's taking 2 days to finish this journal. So our first set of beads on, we're going to tie twice, then we're going to tie knot, or like a bow. So, and that's one set of signatures in the journal. Now I have my next set of signature, this colorful yellow one. Put your needle in there, and our second hole over here, we're just going to go in because we already made the holes. So our second hole should be somewhere here. I got it. Now hold on to the rope, turn it around to the second hole over here on top, needle like that, and we're going to go back. Okay, we're going to put it in this hole up here, and we're going to try to put it in this hole up here, this one. Now we're going to go back through that same middle hole, that one, over there. So again, back into the hole, our signatures, and that's what we've got. Go out through the same hole. So we're out in the same hole. Now I'm going to put another of my bead, and I'm going to go back through the second hole. Okay, we want to make our beads more secure, so I'm passing my needle through my bead for the second time, back into my hole with the bead, just to secure it. Again, put that here, just like we did earlier. You want to make sure you are happy with this before you tie, before you cut your rope. So one of my overzealous rope or thread. So far so good. This is where we are. We have now sewed on 6 sets of signature. Looks good already. One, I'll go in with my needle. And our last hole over here, thread over here for stitching up later. So we're going to move on to our last and final hole over here. Okay, we're out on this side, and we're going to try to put this on the other side. This is where we are. We have now sewed on 6 sets of signatures. I'm going to quickly put a tie rope here, this whole page up like that. So I've put down my double-sided tape over here. Tie rope secure, and I need a tie rope for the back side as well. I put down my double-sided glue tape as well. So this tie rope, and now I'm going to put the final. I'm going to spread some glue all over this, starting from my cover, the main bit. So from down here to the top. Now make sure you are pushing this in. What we've got for the front of our journal. Now let's turn it around and see what we've got at the back. I've put some double-sided glue on this, and we're going to stick it right on here. So nothing serious. We just want it to be like a naked back cover page where we can see everything going on the inside. This is almost like a naked page. Let's have a quick look at our journal. Let's look at what we have created today, so we can decorate as we go. First, this is our spine, and it is decorated with paper beads. So paper beads tutorial coming up shortly. Here we go. This might be our front page. Let's open our journal up and see. We are not tying our rope yet because we're waiting for it to dry up properly. And this is from packing paper. I opened up one of those jumbo envelopes and I found this beautiful pattern. And I've been using them ever since I found them. Now moving on, we have this music page as my first page. I really don't want to decorate it today. Glue down some things that I like, and life goes on. So okay, we just glue down a bit of paper that says action plan, and I'm just gonna do that over there. So You can put some of this. So we have action plan. We have spaghetti. This was what we were trying to replicate, and this is what we came up with. So make your choice, this or this. Now let's do a quick flip through of our final products. So I've not finished decorating. I've only decorated a page or two. So this is our cover. I'm confused, so I just put down that pin. Now open to our first inside page, inside cover page. I love it. And moving on to the next one, we've got a little bit of our cover fabric over here, some washi tapes and some music notes. Now I've got some paper dolly over here, colored paper, some translucent paper on my craft paper. So I made this one on Canva. I generated this, and next week we shall do a tutorial on generating your own art prints. So you can generate your own art paper like this. I generated it and I printed it out. This is also one of mine. So you can use Canva to come up with stuff. And I love this orange color page. It screams of action plan. So now I have my music notes over here and a little interactive feature, and I will complete it and put some charms on this tomorrow. And there isn't a lot to show here. I know we have some nice colors, some nice pages, some nice pictures, but nothing serious to show. So I have my rice paper, 4 rice paper over here, and I have more 4 rice paper. So I generated this on Canva as well, and I think that is it for now. And this is what it looks like from the side.